Well, Red Dead is filled with tons of interesting things. Now, a while back, I had actually done a top 5 scariest moments in the Red Dead series. This is a sequel to that video. Although I want to expand on that by taking a look at some myths and theories. So, these are my top 5 Red Dead creepy moments, theories slash myths. Starting off at number 5, we of course have The Strange Man. Now, this isn't really a myth or a theory or even a creepy moment, but, well, I mean, there are quite a few theories on this guy. But I'll get into those in a moment. The Strange Man is a character who appears in the original Red Dead Redemption. John can meet him quite a few times, and that's really just it. You know, just character that kind of gives John some morality missions and such, but he becomes even more interesting due to the theories behind him. A lot of people think that he is the personification of death or even the devil. Well, others apparently thought that he was Trelawney, which kind of makes no sense because John would kind of remember him. But whomever he is, the Strange Man is one of Red Dead's biggest mysteries. And, of course, I don't think Rockstar's going to answer that anytime soon. Starting off at, and at number 4, we of course have the Skinner Bros and the Night Folk. We already covered the Murphy Brood in the previous video, but there are 2 other groups called the Night Folk, who mainly operate in the swamps of Lemoyne, and the Skinner Bros, who, well, they're kind of seeming like they're native to New Austin. Now, of course, the player will of course encounter both these groups on a, normal playthrough. Of course, the Skinner Bros are of course in quite a few missions, and just both groups are just downright horrifying. I don't know too much about the Night Folk, but there was a stranger mission you can do to help some guy, I think, recover his property. But then there's like also quite a few random events with these guys that make them all the more terrifying. Because the Skinner Bros, they're definitely very creepy as they kidnap Uncle and kind of give him a wicked burn in the epilogue. Not in the sense that they dropped a diss track on him. Kind of seems like they were trying to cook him alive, which is just downright scary and probably something that the Murphy Brood do every 4th of July. Jokes aside, on to my number 3 pick, and that is, of course, the many myths and rumors of Tumbleweed. Tumbleweed is a settlement that can be accessed in both games. In Red Dead 1, it is a abandoned place with all sorts of rumors. In Red Dead 2, Tumbleweed is actually thriving. When I visited the place for the first time in Red Dead 2, I was shocked to find out that there's people, not just bandits, but actual people in this place. So of course, the question is, what really happened in this 4 years between the epilogue and the main game for Red Dead? Of course, Tumbleweed also has various mysteries behind it. Obviously, the most common one, of course, being the fact that it is haunted. I think a newspaper in Red Dead mentioned something like that. I don't know if it's true or not, but it has been something I've heard once or twice. There's a rumor that Tumbleweed is in fact haunted by the devil, and of course, this myth mainly got started due to the fact that there is some strange writing in a church somewhere in the settlement. And a lot of people thought that that was a cheat code, but no cheats in the game use that phrase. It's been about 13 years and there's been no confirmation about anything that has gone on in this settlement. And I doubt any answers will arrive soon. And more than a decade later, Tumbleweed remains to be one of the most interesting Red Dead mysteries. Of course, next up we of course have something really interesting and extremely frightening, and that is, of course, the man-made mutant. Yeah, I got just spoiled for me, like, I think a couple days after I got the game. But I've heard plenty of stories from random people on the internet who've come across this guy, and it just freaks them out, which is kind of funny. For those who don't know, the Man-Made Mutant is I guess, point of interest you can find in Red Dead 2. I want to say, I think it's outside Annesburg, or the Van Horn Trading Post. I think it's Annesburg. It's in that general area. So was the Man-Made Mutant. Oh, it's basically a twisted CERN experiment probably made by Ed Gein. Okay, jokes aside, yeah, it's a bunch of animals stitched together, making a really horrendous sight. And yeah, kind of a really fun thing to walk into in the middle of the night. And what gets even creepier is that no one knows who even made this thing. Like, there's a few, like, notes you can find in the area, but, like, there's really no clues that tell you who made it. Probably best left unsolved. And of course, at number 1, we of course have the Saint Denis Vampire. I mean, I had to have this at number 1. The Saint Denis Vampire is definitely one of the most interesting things in Red Dead 2. Now, I don't know how to trigger this, as I've never done it before. All the other stuff on this list I've kind of done. But I wanted to include the Saint Denis Vampire on the list, mainly because, well, it's really cool. Like, not every Rockstar game has something like this. So, what's happening? Well, there's, like, I think a few murders going around Saint Denis, and of course, you have the ability to investigate them, and they eventually bring you to this guy. And of course, if you kill him, you of course get a unique dagger and some bat wings, which is pretty cool. There's definitely something in Red Dead that I kind of forget that's even there, but it's definitely a really interesting thing, and I hope to eventually get this done in game. But these were, of course, my top 5, well, I guess, scariest moments / days / mysteries and myths in the Red Dead series. So, until then, goodbye, and, well, thank you for watching.